Yaktunga nahanutuka ni kakalish nultik and welcome to my vlog. So I decided to make this short episode while you guys wait for the Rick Strowd episode, and the video starts right about now.
Dale indio, dale, dale campesino, dale indio, dale, dale viejo amigo, dale indio, dale campesino, dale indio, dale viejo amigo, dale indio, dale campesino, dale indio, dale viejo amigo. Deja que el instante que te rasca sin tu ombligo, donde cada piedra y cada lecho es tu testigo, con tu nana y con tu tata fuiste al sembradillo, nuestro hermano el sol entre las hojas de vacío, dale indio, dale campesino.
Due to severe lack of information, my sources will be from the game and Japanese Wikipedia. I tried really hard looking for info for this game, but the only source of verifiable information that is from the Breakers Neo Geo CD game manual. Unfortunately, this game is extremely expensive and I just don't have the money to buy it. The official Visco website was not any help either. I also want to point out that there's hardly any difference between Breakers and Breakers Revenge other than the fact that they use different artwork and an extra character in Breakers Revenge. According to Japanese Wikipedia, Condor Heads was a large hunter from the USA. His fighting style is professional wrestling. He believes in the existence of Manito, a type of spirit, and puts his faith on the things he has to say. One day, Manito took the form of a lion, said, "It was time to seal the ones who released the evil to all nations of the earth. There will be a person who has wicked intentions towards your destination." Condor listened and accepted his destiny, so he leaves next morning. He participated in fighting competition Fist. His special moves are type of dance, though his style of fighting is mostly throws and kicks. This is merely the condensed form of what my friend translated, so I apologize if I made some mistakes while condensing it. I would like to thank my friend Takuma for translating Condor and Rila's profiles for me. It was a lot of help and I'm grateful. From Condor's winning quote, it seems that he has strong faith in the Holy Spirit, not to be confused with the Great Spirit. The ending involves him finally sealing the spirit away, so here is the ending for those who want to see it. Overall, I see a lot of inconsistencies between Condor Heads and real-life Native American groups. Manitou is a spiritual and fundamental life force understood by Algonquian groups. However, his stage and ending takes place in Texas or in the Midwest. Plains Indians believe in the Great Spirit, not Manitou. However, Giche Manitou does mean Great Spirit in the Anishinaabe language. I've already established in my previous episode that the headband with the feather is something that was never really used except by Eastern tribes. The eagle feather is often associated with one being a warrior. He also wears chaps, which is something the cowboys wear over their pants to protect their legs. According to the Dictionary of the American West, North Carolina Indians and the cowboy at work, there is evidence that certain design features may have also descended from the mountain men, who copied them from the leggings worn by Native Americans. The chaps themselves are a Spanish creation. He also wears what appears to be a loincloth, which is often worn by the Mojave of Southwest, and most notably the Aztecs of South Central Mexico. His face paint is probably inaccurate. As I've mentioned in my previous episode, Native Americans of North America tend to cover their faces with face paint, and red line paint is often used by tribes in the Amazon. His boots are clearly of professional wrestling. His mohawk haircut was something that was really hard to pin down. I wanted to see where the haircut comes from. From what I've discovered, Europeans had this hairstyle long before they had any contact with the Native Americans. According to John Smith's first-hand account in the book, The Account of Mary Rowlandson and Other Indian Captivities Narratives, he said the following: "A number of Indians collected about me, and one of them began to pull hair out of me head. He had some ashes on a piece of bark which he frequently dipped his fingers in order to take a firmer hold. And so he went on as if he had been plucking a turkey until he had all the hair cleaned out of me head, except for a small spot about 3 or 4 inches square on me crown. The remaining hair was cut and 3 braids were formed which were decorated." It really does not sound like your typical mohawk. I've looked around to see if the Mohicans did wear a mohawk, and for the most part they did not. However, I did find a pamphlet by Joannes Megapolensis, a short account of the Mohawk Indians, published in 1964, that showed the hairstyle that we've come to know as the mohawk. The one thing I've learned about the Eastern tribes and Amazonian tribes is that they tend to have a variety of different haircuts. Overall, Condor Heads is a stereotypical Native American, but this is nothing compared to what comes next. Rila Estancia. According to Japanese wiki, Rila Estancia is a member of a heroine tribe. Her fighting style is her own original one. She is a hunter that can climb trees like a monkey and run faster than a panther. Her whole body is like a lump of muscle and she is from Brazil. One day she realized that the forest is being unusual. She was told there is a big shadow that is disturbing the peace in the east by the head of the village, who is also a tribal member. She goes toward the east following what the village had said. When she arrived there were many troubles. The competition fish was supposed to start and she participates in this competition having a sensational feeling. Rila Estancia appears to be Amazonian even though her name is clearly European. Her name is spelled Rila but it's pronounced Rila. Her last name means private land holdings in Brazilian Portuguese. She wears a leotard and has red hair. I'm not even gonna comment on her boots. Her stage is also very stereotypical. For one, totem poles do not exist in the Amazon at all. They are uniquely Northwestern, although the term totem is an Algonquian word. Amazonian tribes are the only Native American tribes that have preserved their martial arts, but most of it is just wrestling. Rila wears a leotard, which is common among female wrestlers, but her fighting style is mostly striking and fighting like a wild beast.
She turned into an African lion. A male African lion. What the bloody hell is wrong with them? You know what? I give up. I'm done with this episode. Tune in next time for the Rick Strowd episode. Goodbye. What the bloody hell is wrong with them?